You checked your phone again. No new messages. You told yourself it doesn't matter. It matters more than you think. That ache you feel when a room goes quiet, when a text goes unanswered, when everyone else seems to have somewhere to be and you don't. You've been told it's a personal failing, something to fix, something to hide. It isn't. And the real answer is far stranger than anything you've been told. That ache is 200,000 years old. It's not a glitch in your personality. It's an alarm. And it was built for one reason, to keep you alive. Go back with me. Not to yesterday, not to your childhood. Back to the earliest humans, moving in small bands across open land exposed on every side. Alone out there wasn't peaceful. Alone out there was a death sentence. A single human, cut off from the group, had no one to watch the tree line while they slept. No one to share the kill. No one to carry them if they got hurt. The tribe was the armor. Without it, nothing stood between a person and the dark. So the body evolved a warning system. A signal sharp enough to override comfort. Sharp enough to make you get up and go find people even when you didn't want to. We call that signal loneliness. Neuroscientist John Cacioppo spent decades studying this. And what he found reframes the whole feeling. Loneliness isn't the opposite of being around people. It's a mismatch. A gap between the connection you have and the connection your body expects. And that gap triggers something physical, not just emotional. Cacioppo's research found that chronic loneliness raises stress hormones the same way physical danger does. Blood pressure climbs, sleep fragments. The immune system starts misfiring. Your body treats disconnection the way it once treated a predator in the grass. Because for most of human history, that's exactly what disconnection meant. So why does it feel like shame instead of danger? Here's the part almost no one tells you. Hunger doesn't feel like a moral failure. Thirst doesn't feel like proof that something's wrong with you, but loneliness does. And that's not an accident of evolution. It's a side effect of how visible it is. Being hungry is invisible to everyone else. Being alone isn't. Our ancestors who felt loneliness as urgent, discomfort were driven to repair their bonds quickly, before the group noticed and before isolation became permanent. The shame wasn't the point. The urgency was. But in a world of screens and small apartments and constant shallow contact, that same urgency can curdle into something that just sits there, unanswered. Psychologist Louise Hawkley, who worked closely with Cacioppo, found something that should change how you think about this completely. It's not the number of people around you that predicts loneliness. It's the quality of the connection. Someone can be surrounded by coworkers, family, a crowded feed of notifications, and still register as isolated at a biological level because none of it answers the specific signal the body is sending. What is that signal actually asking for? Not company, not noise. Safety in numbers, the kind your ancestors could only get from people who would notice if they didn't come back. Think about the people in your life right now, not the ones you talk to most, the ones who would actually notice. That's the real measure, not your follower count, not how many group chats you're in. How many people would come looking? And here's the part that reframes the ache instead of erasing it. When you feel that pull to reach out to call someone, to sit in a room with another person even when you're tired, that's not weakness asking to be managed. That's an ancient system doing exactly its job, still trying to keep you inside the circle, where humans have always survived best, together. The people who listened to that signal, who reached back out instead of pulling further in, were the ones your ancestors' bands were built around. The isolated ones didn't pass their loneliness down. They simply didn't make it long enough to. So the ache you feel isn't proof that something is wrong with you. It's proof that something in you still remembers what it took to survive. It's not asking you to be less. It's asking you to be found. Next time that quiet room feels heavier than it should, don't tell yourself it's weakness. Ask what your ancestors would have done the moment they felt it. They would have gone looking for someone. Not because they were fragile. Because they were built to. You checked your phone again. This time, maybe you put it down and called someone instead. That ache was never trying to shame you. It was trying to bring you home. If this changed how you see your own loneliness, subscribe. Next video breaks down the exact science of what makes a connection. Actually register as safety to your brain.